my name is Lindy Sherries and I used to be a Sangoma. In this channel, I talk about everything, guys. Abokorobela, the secrets that we were taught not to share with you guys, how we used to trick you guys, the spirits, how everything works when you go to a Sangoma for consultation, Yamatambo. So whether you believe in God or don't believe in God, please check out this channel so we can talk about it. If you believe in God, let's share the gospel. If you don't believe in God, you can check out the channel too. I want to hear your opinion, and I want people to actually share their opinion, not insulting me without saying why. Thank you, and I'll see you on my channel.
Can you see me? Yeah. Trying to get the microphone right, okay? Pardon me. Thank you so much for joining me on my channel. My name is Solomon Izangi Shams, and it's so good to be with you right here and right now. Hope you're having a great Sunday. It's Sunday today. That is Sunday, the 23rd of April, 2023. Some people say 2023, whatever it is. Where are you watching from? Let us know where you're watching from. Put in some of the comments in the comment section. I would love to hear from you. It's always great to hear from you. I hear Tato Sayia saying, hi guys, a long time. Yes, it's been a long time. Good to have you here. One of my very friends and someone who's a very great contributor on this platform, Nicholas Bongani. Great to have you here, bro. Blessed Sunday to you also. Let's hear from the guys in the US, the guys in Europe, all over. Please leave us a comment here. Let us know where you're watching from. And in case you are watching here for the first time, thank you so much. Please make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, Solomon's Temple. Make sure you subscribe to Solomon's Temple. That is very, very important. And also, I would love for you guys who have been supporting me. About 2 years ago, under 2 years, I would send to prison. And I went to prison where I served time at the Johannesburg prison. And I was sent there by someone who I don't consider a pastor, someone who, at one point, it was said that somebody was brought to his church in a coffin and he was resurrected. And the media all over said it was false. It made global news. And I consider that person not a good pastor. I consider him a charlatan. He took me to court and all that, and I was sentenced to prison. Now I have to pay him. I have to pay his legal cost, right? Over 300,000 rand. I would love for you, if you want to support me with whichever amount, please do so via PayPal. Whichever amount you want to help. You want to help with $100, $200, $50. I have quite a lot to raise. At one point, it was under 200,000, and I've been trying to raise this money, and then went back to court and increased it to actually around 400,000 rand. So we're talking about over $20,000. But I would love for you to help. If you want to help, if you're in Nigeria and you want to help, you can do so via this account. Just when I thought maybe we're close to raising the money, now they went back to court. And there's nothing you can do about it, because once the court endorses it. But so the whole thing is to frustrate me and to also to silence me, which is not going to happen. So please do so via PayPal right here, solomontalks@yahoo.com. Thank you, everybody who is here. Denayo is watching from the Val. Great to have you here. Melba, it's been a while. Good to have you here. Did you change your name, Ndukula? His surname Melba. And then we have Paco watching from Botswana. Awesome to have you here. So on a sad note, I want to actually talk about Pastor Brian Houston, the founder of Hillsong Church. We know Hillsong, obviously. They've planted churches across the world. And first, they brought us music, Hillsong worship, which became music that almost every Pentecostal church, charismatic church across the world sings. And he's been in one drama and another. At one point, that he was intoxicated and he was in a hotel room during their conference in Sydney. And a woman came into the room and she was there for some time. So it was a problem. And they had to ask him to step down because he had an unholy relationship with alcohol, And then we know he stepped down and he's been totally kicked out of the church with his wife. So he has nothing to do with Hillsong. The founder has nothing to do with Hillsong Church today, which is sad. But at the same time, when things like this happen, you have to make decisions. Now, Brian Houston was arrested last year or so, a couple of years ago, I think, in the US for drinking and driving. Drinking under the influence, that is DUI. And he denied it, right? In this year earlier. And then now he has turned around and said, okay, he was drinking and driving. So this is what he said, right? Here. After first pleading not guilty to drunk driving charges, disgraced Hillsong founder Brian Houston has pleaded guilty to the charges and received 3 years probation, $140 in fines, and other penalties. So I want you to look at the first part of this sentence. After first pleading not guilty to drunk driving. Right? So if you were caught drinking and driving, there are evidences to prove that. What is the evidence? They take a breathalyzer. So there's a machine that they now use, and then they show you, So it's obvious, you're over the limit, right? But then he denied it, and now he changed it. So that's just a problem, when I know I do something wrong, it's always important. The first thing I need to do is to admit and to accept that I was wrong. So Houston initially pleaded not guilty to the charges, but on April the 11th, 2023, Houston changed his plea to guilty, according to documents filed in the Superior Court of California in Orange County. An additional charge of failure to display 2 license plates on his vehicle has been dropped. You all know Brian Houston. If you don't remember him, let me put his photo here. The founder of Hillsong Church. It is really a sad thing when you get such leaders in the spotlight for this sort of offense, right? If it is a case of driving and using your cell phone, or driving and beyond the speed limit, okay, we could understand that. But this is driving under the influence of alcohol, right? And then you now denied it. You came back later to admit. Good. He came back and admit that and pleaded guilty. That's fine. It's okay as long as we take responsibility. So there's the whole conversation around pastors who drink. Should pastors drink? Should Christians even drink? Should Christians drink? You see, my personal opinion is there's no place in the Bible where it says it's a sin to consume alcohol. I don't drink, but I'm not going to tell somebody who's a Christian who drinks that it's a sin. No, the consumption of alcohol for me is not a sin, but the abuse of alcohol. And how do you know when you're abusing alcohol? Of course, when you're drinking and driving. Of course, when you're drunk and you begin to do things that you're not supposed to do, you're abusing alcohol, because alcohol has taken over you now. Instead of you, the Spirit of God, the Holy Spirit taking over you, alcohol has taken over you. Different people, they drink alcohol for different reasons. Some drink it because it's just part of the meal. Some drink it because they feel they're stressed and they need to, de-stress or whatever, different reasons. But you see, that's why the advice is always for leaders. When you go to many places, ministries and churches, leaders shouldn't, it's always said, leaders should not drink. And then you have other churches who say, okay, leaders should drink moderately. Is for such situations. Now, Hillsong founder is in this kind of scandal. Not good for him, not good for the reputation of Hillsong, not good for the reputation of Christianity. Yes, we can all make mistakes and all that kind of stuff. But you see, you are a leader. You know that when you drink, when you drink too much, you're going to be driving. What if you drive in and then you have an accident and you hit someone and something catastrophic happen? It's common sense, isn't it? And you see a lot of leaders getting drunk and doing what they're not supposed to. And that is a growing trend among especially young charismatic Pentecostal preachers, where the consumption and abuse of alcohol is becoming rampant. And again, like I said, I put on a disclaimer. For me, drinking alcohol is not a sin, but the abuse of alcohol is a sin. And how do you know? When do you know you're abusing alcohol? When? Because I know most people that drink alcohol, a lot of them want to drink and get drunk. And then you drink, you get drunk, and then you're driving. Not good. So there are certain things that as leaders, you just want to take responsibility and say, okay, I'm going to step back here because of the dangers that await me. It might not be a sin to drink, but I'm not going to indulge in drinking, or I'm only going to drink when I'm home. I know I'm not going anywhere. I'm just in my home. But unfortunately, the founder of Hillsong Church, Brian Houston, he is struggling with alcoholism. That's what I would say. Because this is not the first time. Even the report of investigation in the Hillsong Church, they found that he has a very unholy relationship with alcohol. As a pastor, as a leader, even as a Christian, what are some of the things in your life that you have an unholy relationship with? That's a big question. Anyway, thank you so much, guys. God bless you. I hope that we can learn from his life. If you want to support my fundraising for my legal cost, please make sure you do that via PayPal, solomontalks@yahoo.com, or you can get in touch with me on this number so we can make any sort of arrangement. Thank you so much. God bless you. And I hope I will see you again in a bit. I'm going to be having an interview in about 20 minutes. So please stay tuned. God bless.